Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Monday morning CTT, the Consciousness Transformation Technique. This is May 8th, 2023, and my name is Todd Ronan from At Reality Forecast. I'm joined with Liz Cross and some other Monday morning friends, and we're going to work on, Liz, what are we working on?
Self-sabotage, which is a big one.
All right.
Yeah, self-sabotage, definitely, because we all do it. We all self-sabotage in one way or the other, right? Things are going great. Doors are opening for us. And for whatever reason, we self-sabotage. And not only do we self-sabotage, sometimes some of us are in such toxic relationships that the people around us self-sabotage as well, right? Because their fear, generally it's a fear of like an abandonment. So if you get a new opportunity and that means maybe you'll be working away a bit more, or you'll be making more money, whatever it is you're doing to better yourself, right? A lot of times those toxic partners will tear you down, and that's their own fear. That has nothing to do with you. That's their own fear of abandonment, of losing you, of losing power and control over you. If you've depended upon them for many, years, and now you're suddenly making headway and you're doing something productive in your life, and you're going to have maybe your own money if you're a stay-at-home parent, and you know what I mean? So things like that, or for whatever reason, maybe you needed to empower yourself health wise. But if you're in a toxic relationship, those people will tear you apart because you are not allowed to be released from their control. So they sabotage. Okay. And then there's other ways that we sabotage. We get opportunities, or, things are going well in our life. And then suddenly, maybe we go back into an addiction cycle, or, and most of the time, what the message is underlying, I'm just guessing at this point from all the CTT sessions I've done, it's like, I don't deserve this. Right. And because of this internal, energetic message, I don't deserve this. Well, then what do? We sabotage it. We sabotage it in some way. Now, that's just the bare minimum. Some people have soul contracts where, and one person in particular, I know, poor guy, he tries to do so many things. Everything is just completely like a train wreck every single time. But then when I got down in his soul, it was, I want to be good at everything, but an expert at nothing. And it was because being an expert at something would not help him grow spiritually, because he would throw all of his energy into being an expert. But if you get so far in one path, and then suddenly everything is stripped away from you, I'm talking big time strip. Like, if he got a job as a driver, he would be in a car wreck. Or just said that's the kind of stuff he has going on, right? And he hasn't gone into that acceptance yet. So he constantly is looking to try to be an expert at something, and every single time, bang, something happens, completely falls apart, some massive disaster. But it's because that soul contract is so powerful. Now, most of the time, I wouldn't necessarily say that that's self-sabotage on a conscious mind or a subconscious level. That's sabotage on a totally deeper level, which is the soul level. But I'm basically talking about self-sabotage on the subconscious and conscious mind level, right? So oftentimes when we're in this sort of cycle, the soul is like, yes, I want you to grow. I want you to be empowered. And then, the subconscious is like, wait a minute, I don't feel I deserve this. So now I'm going to destroy it for myself. Does that all make sense to everybody?
Yeah, we all suffer that. And it's different reasons. There's no one answer, but I'm sure that we'll uncover our own unique self-sabotage mechanisms in our daily life. And so to get started, I wanted to encourage people to, if you start this, please make sure you finish. And if you can't finish, you can listen to it on the Consciousness Transformation YouTube channel. But when we're doing this, just imagine yourself giving yourself a hug, or actually physically hug yourself and tap on your bicep and tricep, alternatively, as I speak after Liz.
Yeah, great. And, Ronan, I came across a lady last week or the week before. She had a lot of ailments and disabilities, and she couldn't tap because she'd injured her hands, right? So she couldn't tap on, even on her leg. And you know what the solution was? The solution that I got from Spirit was rock back and forth, right? You're still showing some sort of motion, that your intent is there, and it's still that motion that helps you release that energy. Probably a lot of us, when we're tapping, I know I do, I tend to rock back and forth just because the energy is so strong. I have to find a way to balance it and release it. So if anybody out there is listening, or anybody in the group today, and you have a problem tapping, that's not, it's not a problem. It's just, you use your, and if you can't really rock your body back and forth, then just, kind of move your head a little bit, or maybe wiggle your toes, or as long as there's some movement in there. And if you can't do the movement, that's fine too. Just try to say the words. All right. So let's go ahead and open. And I'm sorry, guys, if you hear the thunder and lightning crackling down. There's nothing I can do about that. I wish I was that powerful. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
Easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
An optimum etheric pyramid.
As well as.
An
optimum etheric Faraday cage.
An optimum etheric Faraday cage.
For the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
For the empowerment and protection of each one of us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath. Feels good this morning. The energy's great. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Okay. Ronan, what's next?
We're going to call in our spiritual team of helpers and advisors to help us transmute negative energy.
All right. That's the third step. I'm testing you today. You always remember this step and I always forget, but it seems to be the other way around today.
Treasures.
Not to worry. Treasures. Yay. Okay.
Forgot about
and
treasures.
Often we have all of these.
That.
We have all of these treasures available to us and we don't see them. And even if we see them, we don't recognize them. And even if we recognize them, we don't use them. And even if we do all of that, we still don't enjoy them. And if you don't give gratitude for the treasures that are made available to you, guess what? Guess what the universe is going to do? Oh, I know. I'm going to go give that to someone else who does show gratitude. So make sure you're always showing gratitude, right? For everything in your life. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. That's how you open a lot of doors. If you're not grateful and you don't express gratitude, they're going to go give it to somebody else that does. Really, they will. All right, treasures. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the ability to see,
the ability to see,
optimally recognize,
optimally recognize,
use, and enjoy
use, and enjoy
the treasures in and all around us.
the treasures in and all around us.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. And give gratitude. Always try to give gratitude at this point. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Okay, Ronan, what's next?
I believe we're going to bring in our team of spiritual helpers to help
Yay!
transmute negative energy.
You know, they're all here. And what is so interesting, I'll just tell you, there's a lady who was a former slave. She always shows up and she's this really powerful person. And I don't know where she was enslaved. Oh, here, she just told me here in the US. Okay. Are you attached to the land? No, she says she's attached to me. So this lady, this former slave, I always see her waiting every Monday morning to get into position, and she has a team of people behind her. And that's how I know, like, they're here, they're waiting. So you'll all have your own team of people, which could be like guides, ancestors, somebody you knew in a past life or past lives, a whole array of people, and they know their job that they're supposed to do, and they know to show up. I also see Archangel Michael here today too, which, you know, a lot of people use Archangel Michael. I don't tend to use him very much, but he's here. So that's a good thing too. All right. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
the optimum activation
the optimum activation
of all of our spirit teams,
of all of our spirit team,
divine helpers,
divine helpers,
and archangels.
and archangels.
They will heal and remove
They will heal and remove
any and all dark energy.
any and all dark energy.
They will take it away from us immediately,
They will take it away from us immediately,
take it into the spirit world,
take it into the spirit world,
transmute it into white light positive karma,
transmute it into white light positive karma,
back into the universe.
back into the universe.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us and them now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Wow. This is amazing. The energy is really, really great this morning. I just feel so, so great. Somebody said, I was walking last week and pushing my elderly lady in her wheelchair, and this little boy looked at me and says, you have a treasure box. I think that's a sign. Don't you, Ronan?
I guess that's the treasure coming.
Yeah. Oh, yes. A treasure coming. So go ahead and give gratitude for it now. All right. Why am I so weepy? Somebody wrote in the chat. I think this is because instinctively, you know, this is going to be a big session for you. And, you know, if any negative messages come up in your head as we're going through the rounds of tapping and you don't drop them in the chat or I don't pick them up or whatever, just make sure you say them out. Say them out. Okay. When we're letting go and healing. I know people have a lot of trouble with saying the negative messages, and that is okay because they have been taught for many, many years that you only say positives. Well, okay, you can try that, but the problem is you have to let go of the negatives to make room for the positives, or the positives will just be hanging around wanting to come in. There's no room for them. So guess where they're going to go? They're going to go to somebody else who does have room. Okay. That's how energy works. That's how the universe works. All right, Ronan. So you're the wordy words. Easily and joyfully manifest what? The optimum
Dissolution of our desire to self-sabotage.
the optimum solution of our desire to self-sabotage. How about the optimum release of our desire to self-sabotage? Do you like that?
Sure. I like alliteration, but okay.
Well, you do. We should do a probe on some of your hobbies. I know you like to see how language changes, and that's very important. It's changing all the time.
Release
all right.
of our desire to self-sabotage.
Release from our desire to self-sabotage. Okay, great. Let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest.
Easily and joyfully manifest.
The optimum release.
The optimum release.
Of our desires.
Of our desire.
To self-sabotage.
To self-sabotage.
Our lives and the lives of others.
Our lives and the lives of others.
In many ways.
In many ways.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
We are flooding out here, folks. I tell you, it is really raining outside. It is flooding. All right. What did you get, Ronan? Maybe the flood is the sign.
So I got the idea of a mother kangaroo, and her baby has to climb its way up into the pouch. And so she might feel like if she bounces, if she moves, if she turns the wrong way, that she's sabotaging the life of her child or her baby-roo.
Okay, that's really good. I got that we enter into relationships that self-sabotage. That was my big thing that I got. That we are too often entering into these, crazy making relationships. And that is the biggest self-sabotage apart from addictions, right? That is the biggest self-sabotage that we can possibly do for ourselves, right? The others keep us down. And you're so embroiled in their problems. It's just not even funny, right? You don't even have time for yourself or your spiritual journey, which is the most important thing, because you're so busy dealing with these toxic relationships and their problems, right? Because everybody comes with problems. It doesn't matter how perfect they are. There's no such thing as a perfect person. Everybody has problems. It's whether or not they put those problems into the relationship and create even bigger problems for you. Because oftentimes they feel fine. They've just offloaded and dumped all over you, right? And they're going on their merry way because they've had their release. But we're stuck, right? We're stuck dealing with this. And so this is the biggest self-sabotage mechanism that we have going on for us. All right, so let's release that. If you get any more information, please feel free to drop it in the chat. Ronan will pick it up, and we'll definitely rattle off the let goes and heals. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
We are overcautious.
We are overcautious.
Our anxiety sabotages us.
Our anxiety sabotages us.
We enter into toxic relationships.
We enter into toxic relationships.
Their problems become our problems.
Their problems become our problems.
These relationships slow us down.
These relationships slow us down.
They ruin our self-esteem.
They ruin our self-esteem.
They ruin our self-worth.
They ruin our self-worth.
They chip away at our souls.
They chip away at our soul.
Until we have no idea who we are anymore.
Until we have no idea who we are anymore.
We go so far that we don't even have the ability to bounce back.
We go so far that we don't have the ability to bounce back.
There's no stopping mechanism in play.
There's no stopping mechanism in play.
We just keep self-sabotaging.
We just keep self-sabotaging.
And we're angry at ourselves.
And we're angry at ourselves.
Why did we allow this to happen again?
Why did we allow this to happen again?
Why didn't we learn the first time?
Why didn't we learn the first time?
Why do we need people that are not good for us?
Why do we need people that are not good for us?
We have absolutely no self-reliance.
We have absolutely no self-reliance.
We're scared.
We're scared.
We don't want to be lonely.
We don't want to be lonely.
We fear abandonment.
We fear abandonment.
What else, Ronan?
We're safer being abused.
We're safer being abused. Good.
We listen to negative self-talk.
We listen to negative self-talk and we believe it. We believe that talk. That's the problem. I don't know life without self-sabotage.
I don't know life without self-sabotage.
It's my comfort zone.
It's my comfort zone.
All right, let's finish this one out. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. It's already starting to feel better. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
Excuse me. What did you get, Ronan?
I just got that life is like a big amphitheater, and we put on this sense of pain and suffering and sabotage for the benefit of others and not for the benefit of ourselves.
Ooh. Aren't you getting the brainwave energy this morning? Wow. That's a good one. I got, this is so strange, but it's true. Like, we cannot, oh, hang on just one second. What, sweetie? Kiss me, mommy, kiss me. Love you. He wanted a kiss. Sorry about that. I got that we're afraid to learn something new. So we self-sabotage our own lives, right? And what came through to me specifically is tech, right? Because tech is becoming so difficult. And a lot of us, we self-sabotage because we're not willing to learn, new things. We're not willing to, oh, immediately, this is too hard. I'm not doing it. Instead of even setting some time out every day, even 10, 15, 20 minutes a day to learn something new and to grow yourself in that way, right? We block ourselves. We just completely shut down. I'm not going to do it. Do you know how many people, Ronan, have come to the CTT and the tapping makes them feel so uncomfortable that they just shut down? They're not even willing to try, right? They're like, no. They don't understand that we have to peel layer after layer after layer after layer off. That's what we're doing. That's how we're able to go in so deep, is we're peeling off these layers. But you see, that's another self-sabotage. They're like, oh no, it makes me feel uncomfortable, right? And instead of finding an alternative, which is like rocking back and forth or, just repeating the words, okay, that's the way that they self-sabotage. They self-sabotage their own healing. We self-sabotage our own healing in many ways. We don't eat the right foods. We're not getting the right nutrients in. What else can you think of?
We find situations that were destructive to us in the past and we fall back to them because they're comfortable instead of trying to advance ourselves and do something new to expand our soul each day. We contract instead of expand.
Yeah, really. That's good. So Ronan, you're the wordsmith. So let's formulate all of this into words. We block ourselves, right? Especially like, someone who does what I do, or somebody who's an artist, or who is a musician, or, we all have some sort of creative ability, right? A writer. We stick to our old ways and we're not willing to push ourselves to learn something a little bit more. And a lot of times, if you're very good at what you do, that's because you formulated this massive ego, and that ego will block you. Okay, so the ego will say, oh no, I'm the best at what I do, even though Ronan, how many people in the remote viewing world do we know that do this? I'm the best at what I do.
89.9%.
Yeah, I know. I'm the best out there, and I'm not taking on any new modifications, and I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not willing to even look at some other new information, right? So this is how we block ourselves. So let's tap on that. Ronan, feel free to throw all those words together in here somewhere. Okay, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
Our egos stand in our way.
Our ego stands in our way.
We think we are the experts.
We think we are the expert.
We're comfortable with the way that we are operating now.
We are comfortable with the way we are operating now.
We're not willing to go out of that zone,
We are not willing to go out of that zone,
no matter how it may benefit us.
no matter how it may benefit us.
What else?
My life is not a play for others.
My life is not a play for others. Yes. Yeah. Others' negative voices are on repeat.
Others' negative voices are on repeat.
Whenever we feel low, we resort to those negative voices of others.
Whenever we feel love, we resort to negative voices of others.
And that brings us down even further.
And that brings us down even further.
We believe those voices. We believe those words.
We believe those voices and those words.
We are not good enough.
We are not good enough.
We will never amount to anything.
We will never amount to anything.
We're stupid.
We're stupid.
We're crazy.
We are crazy.
We don't fit in.
We don't fit in.
What else?
My pit is more satisfying than life.
My pit is more satisfying in life. My soul keeps pressing the repeat button.
My soul keeps pressing the repeat button.
And I can't get out of this mess.
And I can't get out of this mess.
What else?
Focusing on others allows me to ignore myself.
Focusing on others allows me to ignore myself and my problems.
And my problems. I'm afraid to shine brightly.
I'm afraid to shine brightly. I'm not willing to put in the time for myself.
I'm not willing to put in the time for myself.
Their needs are more important than my needs.
Their needs are more important than my needs.
Anything else?
No.
I'm afraid to be powerful and in charge.
I'm afraid to be powerful and in charge.
I'm not learning the lessons.
Not learning the lessons.
Distance from others keeps me safe.
Distance from others keeps me safe and them safe.
And them safe, so I don't hurt them. I feel good when I hurt others.
I feel good when I hurt others. I have a toxic touch.
Ooh, I have a toxic touch. Interesting. Anything else?
No.
Not after that. That's so funny. Oh, if we don't laugh, we'd cry, right? The part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep release now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
That was a big one. Oh my God, I feel like the vibration energy has just moved. What did you get, Ronan?
Just that it's still, I feel like this is only a drop of water in the ocean, that we still need to hit something else that we're not hitting. What are those other sabotage mechanisms?
Our girl Tink I tell you, she wins the award. I told her last week, you win the award for the strongest soul and the strongest conscious mind I've ever come across in a CTT. Seriously, I'm not kidding, guys. She is so strong. And what she just said is so true. I love the process of moving toward my goal so much that I don't want it to end, which keeps me from accomplishing that goal. I will find any distraction to prolong it because she loves chasing the goal. And it's the chasing the goal that is enhancing her spiritual journey, right? Because this girl is leaving no stone unturned. I can promise you all that. She is looking everywhere in any direction, every nook and cranny there is out there to accomplish her goals, right? And in the process, she's gaining so much information and so much spiritual enlightenment and development that she never wants it to end. So, is that considered self sabotage? I guess in a way, because the goal doesn't end, but maybe if the goal is reached and you have new goals beyond that. I mean, you can always keep setting goals. I love goals, right? But I tend to think about my goals and then I just sort of put them out there in the universe and I forget about them and I'm like, okay, this is kind of what I would like. So for instance, my goal would be eventually to open a CTT clinic where we have 3 or 4 practitioners in there and we're doing CTT sessions all day long for people, right? And we have this massive scholarship fund, excuse me, that will fund people that need sessions, right? Because everybody needs CTT. Right? I don't care how rich or poor you are, you need it. So, that's my goal, but I sort of put that out to the universe and I don't think about it. Whereas Tink, she thinks about her goal all the time. And the fact that she's so laser focused on that goal, it puts her in a point of inactivity. Does that make sense? Well, so we become so hyper focused that it feels overwhelming to us and we become inactive.
Yes, that pursuit of the goal
Does that make
becomes the
sense?
journey instead of getting there.
Ah, yeah, yeah. And she likes chasing the goal, right? We all like chasing the goal. Well, not every, I'm getting some people lack serious motivation, and that's coming through as well. But sometimes things seem overwhelming that they seem so impossible to reach that we just self-sabotage and we stop trying to reach for them and we get stuck in the suspended animation, right? We're just going through the motions and we're trapped. And you all have to think about, because everybody knows someone that's died, right? Think about the people that you know that have passed and how many unresolved issues they've left with. And I know a handful of people that have a ton of unresolved issues, but this is before I knew the CTT and I could help them with those issues. But they left with so many unresolved issues. The goal is actually not the conscious mind goals that we set for ourselves. Yes, it's okay to have those conscious mind goals like I need to retire and I'm going to be financially stable and maybe I want to buy a house or I want to take a vacation to Disney. Right? Whatever your goals are, those of you with little kids, you understand what I'm talking about because the kids only want to go to the pool or the beach or Disney, nowhere else, right? They have no interest in going anywhere else. So we have these goals. Those are conscious mind goals. But really, the sole goal is to leave with as many unresolved issues as possible. And we self sabotage in order that we cannot meet those goals. And then what happens is we take those unresolved issues with us and then we come back and we do this all again, often with the same people. And I hear so often that I just want to cut the cord. I don't want to be. Guess what? Cutting the cord is not going to really help that soul contract. Okay. You have to be able to enlighten it and also, ascend above that soul contract. That's how you cut the cord. You cut the cord through ascension, consciousness ascension, expansion, right? You cut the cord by knowing why that soul contract was in play, how it helped you. You show some gratitude for it, that you were able to move and ascend your consciousness above that soul contract. That's how you do it. Okay, cutting cords doesn't work. So anyway, where was I? So self-sabotage. So lack of motivation. We force ourselves into procrastination, inactivity. The goals are too big. We're not taking small steps towards these goals. We're taking, we see these massive, instead of setting small goals, we're setting big goals. What else, Ronan?
Just that chipping away at that big goal is never success enough. And we don't stop to relish in the successes that we have. Instead, it's easier to self-flagellate and hit ourselves than congratulate ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we don't want to congratulate ourselves. How many times do people say, and those of you that have spoken to me, Liz, I listen to all your videos. I'm like, really? Why would somebody listen to me? That's so weird. Like, I just, that, and it's not weird that you listen. I'm not saying that you guys are weird. It's because I probably lack the self-confidence within me to think that somebody would think that my information is valuable, right? But it is to them. But to me, I'm like, oh, wow, really? Somebody listens to me? Okay. It's true, but it keeps me humble, and I always hope I'm humble. If I ever step out of line of being humble, you guys let me know. All right, so let's go, Ronan, and I'll put that that responsibility on you as well. If you see me stepping out of line, you let me know. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
I do not have enough confidence.
I do not have enough confidence
to receive all my opportunities.
To receive all of my opportunities.
My goals are so large.
My goals are so large.
It forces me into inactivity.
It forces me into inactivity.
It traps me.
It traps me.
It traps my consciousness.
It traps my consciousness.
I lack motivation.
I lack motivation.
I can't see any way out.
I can't see any way out.
I have no insights and guidance.
I have no insights and guidance.
I have no support system.
I have no support system.
I have no self-reliance.
I have no self-reliance.
I don't see my journey as individualized.
I don't see my journey as individualized.
I feel like I have to drag everyone with me.
I feel like I have to drag everyone with me.
No matter how toxic they are.
No matter how toxic they are.
I have low self-esteem.
I have low self-esteem.
What else?
I like the pain I cause others.
I like the pain I cause others. I'm angry.
I'm angry.
I like to blame others for my problems.
I like to blame others for my problems.
I don't want anyone close to me.
I don't want anyone close to me.
That puts me in danger.
That puts me in danger.
What else?
I resolve to succeed and fail and bring others with me.
I'm sorry, it cut out. What did you say?
I resolve to succeed and fail and bring others with me.
I resolve to succeed and fail and bring others with me. I like to fail with other people.
I like to fail with other people.
Instead of feeling failure on my own.
Instead of feeling failure on my own.
I am going to self-destruct.
I am going to self-destruct.
And I like bringing everyone with me.
And I like bringing everybody with me.
I agree to their self-destruction.
I agree to their self-destruction.
Let's all go down in flames.
Let's all go down in flames. Everyone on board the sinking ship.
Everyone on board the sinking ship. Oh my God. Let's all go down together. Yeah.
I like
Oh,
being
goodness.
stuck where I am.
I like being stuck where I am. I'm used to it. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep release now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it. It is done.
Okay, I like the self-sabotage because I'm so used to it. I don't know any other way than to self-sabotage. And I also got that, you know, it was something about self-destruction. I've lost it now. It'll come back to me. What did you get, Ronan?
I got it's easier to be suspicious of others and they're trying to sabotage me than focus on my own successes.
Oh, and I know who that's coming from. That's so funny. I know exactly where you're picking that up.
So I feel it is like a dagger in the back. You know, it's easier to focus on those people who are being treacherous and focus on them as opposed to focusing on yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And you know what's so interesting is what came through was some of us, this is what Spirit's giving me. Some of us grew up where, you know, our families didn't celebrate our accomplishments. Okay. So what does that mean? That means that we had to downplay our achievements. And that's a way that we self-sabotage. We're so used to having that energy field that won't play, you know, for everyone. Now we're grown. Maybe we're in those types of relationships that we downplay for everybody. But we also, you know, as a survival mechanism.
Right. You're coming through a bit garbled. I think the storm is increasing in your geography zone. Oh no. Apparently, Spirit is pushing Liz and telling her that she is going to have trouble getting through. And I know that there were heavy storms there. Let's see if we can get her back before we close. Does anybody else have anything that came through? Most times I'm scared of myself. I downplay my own achievements. Kind of like feel like you have to hide your achievements so that it doesn't ruin the success of somebody else. I mean, we should all be proud of what we can do. Well, Liz got disconnected there because of the storm. She'll be back in just a moment. Let's see if I can get a
I think lightning struck my house.
It sounded like it was close. Yeah, we were worried about you. I was just about to call and get you back on the phone.
It definitely was like right outside. Sorry about that. We lost everything there for a moment. Where was I? So this self-sabotage of and maybe that was kind of like the dark interfering as well, because this is such important information. How dare you enlighten anybody? I know. Let's put a lightning strike near your house. This happens all the time, guys. You know, they blow the electrics. They, you know, It's a common problem. So, sorry, Ronan, what did you get? Oh, we've lost Ronan now. Hopefully lightning didn't go strike his house. Ronan, you're muted.
All right, I'm back.
You're back. Oh my God. You see what I mean?
Sabotage.
Yeah, sabotage, and that's a typical problem as well. It's that dark energy that is drawn in because wow, you're about to really process and enlighten. So I got, self-sabotage was a survival mechanism to downplay our achievements. And I also got, I just can't break away from this resistance and the toxic relationships. This toxic relationship is really strong today. What did you get?
I just got that it feels like I need a life preserver and a flashlight, and that I don't feel like I should shine a light on my successes because I'm still shy and afraid of those successes I've done. I don't want other people to view me differently. And so it's a still fear factor of not being able to relish and be successful and be happy and be confident.
Yeah, great. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to.
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
The fear factor controls my life.
The fear factor controls my life.
This is what I'm used to.
This is what I'm used to.
I cannot make great strides.
I cannot make great strides.
Others around me will resent me.
Others around me will resent me.
I cannot let go of toxic relationships.
I cannot let go of toxic relationships.
Or environments.
Or environments.
It feels comfortable.
It feels comfortable.
What else?
This is what I deserve.
This is what I deserve. The resistance is too strong.
The resistance is too strong.
The resistance has more control over my life than I do.
The resistance has more control over my life than I do. I like the vibration of toxic people.
I like the vibration of toxic people. It feels very familiar to me.
It feels very familiar to me.
I'm scared of climbing the ladder.
I'm scared of climbing the ladder.
I would have to dissolve all of my relationships.
I would have to dissolve all of my relationships.
And form new ones.
And form new ones.
I have too much responsibility.
I have too much responsibility.
I like flying under the radar.
I like flying under the radar.
I don't want to be noticed.
I do not want to be noticed.
I like to fix other people.
I like to fix other people.
No matter how toxic they are.
No matter how toxic they are.
Anything else? I'm so angry. I'm on the earth plane.
I'm so angry. I'm on the earth plane.
That I have zero motivation.
That I have zero motivation.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, bodies, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
So let's take a deep breath. And I'm asking the spirit teams to take away all of this negativity away from us. Take it into the spirit world, cleanse it, transmute it into white light, positive energy back into the universe. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it. It is done.
Oh my God, that feels so much better. All right. How are you feeling?
I feel very calm and very serene, like I'm at the beach.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Um, Anybody have any tightness in the throat or chest? Somebody said, let's go to Disney. Oh my God, go stand in line. Slight dull headache. That's okay. Slight dull headache is good. That means it's rewiring. Okay, a couple of people have tightness in chest. I have a hard time breathing. Okay, that's because you got to let a lot of stuff go. And I'm glad you're here this morning. Thank you. Tight on shoulders. Okay, we still have some tightness going on. Let me have a look. Tightness on shoulders and chest. And so it's really like I can't see any way out. My path is so unclear. I can't see any way out. Does that make sense to everybody? My path is so unclear. I can't see any way out. Okay, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There's a part of all of us that knows how to
let go and heal.
let go and heal.
My path is so unclear.
My path is so unclear.
I can't see any way out.
I can't see any way out.
I'm scared what lies ahead.
I am scared what lies ahead.
What I don't know where this is coming from, but it's what if I end up on the streets?
What if I end up on the street?
That's my biggest fear.
That's my biggest fear.
I have no trust in the universe.
I have no trust in the universe.
The universe works against me, not for me.
The universe works against me and not for me.
It's easier to cling on to bad people
It's easier to cling on to bad people
than to forge ahead on my own.
than to forge ahead on my own.
Anything else?
Yawning.
Oh,
Excuse me.
yawning is good. All right. That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
So let's all take a deep breath and yawn because everybody's feeling really chilled out. We're all on the same wavelength. That's so great. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
Woo, we finally got there. It was that last little bit of resistance, which is, okay, I'll let go of my self-sabotage, but I don't know where I'm going from here. So because I don't have any clue where I'm headed, I'm going to stay where I am. And I'm working against the universe trying to let this go because for fear of where I'm going. All right. So we finally got there. So let's close responsibly. Sorry it ran over. That little lightning strike ran us over. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's close with optimum guidance, positive emotional fulfillment, gratitude, self-love, and the ability to heal all of our self-sabotage mechanisms from within. All right, let's go. There's a part of all of us that knows how to
There is a part of all of us that knows how to
easily and joyfully manifest
easily and joyfully manifest
optimum guidance,
optimum guidance,
positive emotional fulfillment,
positive emotional fulfillment,
gratitude,
gratitude,
self-love,
self-love,
and the ability to heal
and the ability to heal
all of our self-sabotage
all of our self-sabotage
mechanisms
mechanisms
in all of those wonderful spaces that we just opened up.
in all of those wonderful spaces that we have just opened up.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our beings are willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It is doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love.
Our minds, body, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission,
Healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep release now.
So let's take a deep breath. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it, it is done.
So be it, it is done.
You know what? Just a quick note before we go. Sometimes when I do these CTT sessions, the souls of others will show up automatically because they're like, oh, Liz is doing some healing. I got to get in on the action. And what is so interesting is just when we did that last round, like you all heard my 3-year-old come in and say, kiss me, mommy, kiss me. His soul actually just came in and said, kiss me, mommy, kiss me. Right? Because he's the biggest self-sabotage I know, but that's his age. Please don't do that. No, so that's what we go through on a daily basis is this, I'm going to do what I want to do when I'm going to do it. And I'm telling you, my husband's going to have a heart attack with this kid, right? Because he's so defiant. But his soul turned up and I was like, oh, okay. So you were getting in on the action too. So sometimes if you feel like something around you when you're doing this, it's probably the souls. And it doesn't matter if they've crossed over or if they're here on the earth plane. If their souls know that you're facilitating healing, they're going to jump in on the action. Right. So if you feel something that's perfectly normal. Obviously I can see them. So I saw his soul turn up. That's very normal. Okay. I will hold for questions and so will Ronan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
We love you. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.